Good morning. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Quickly now on the Vanguard newspaper. Supreme Court verdict on Rivers. Anxieties. Fubara begins implementation. Inflation rate rattles investors as stock market index declines 0.6%. Further hike in electricity tariff will be resisted. NLC. Lagos Assembly crisis. Fresh moves to return Obasa. Comments. All of those headlines you would find on the Vanguard newspaper. Poverty. Beggars now keep late nights to meet targets. All right, you want to read about that, you go on to the Vanguard and you get details of all of those. Meanwhile, on the Punch newspaper, a few more headlines to look at here. The lead one says, local government funding. Government agencies brainstorm as direct payment suffers setback. Yes, the Supreme Court has said it. And what the Supreme Court says in its judgment can also be seen as law. But then ultimately, you will still have to go and amend the Constitution, which is the law that even guides the Supreme Court. And that's where the problem is. From the beginning, I've always said, yes, this have been done, but until we go to the Constitution and make those amendments that need to be made with regards to how the money is paid, anybody can still go to court and argue, and they will win. You will be shocked that they will win. All right. IBB's revelation clears path for Igbo presidency 2027 APC ex-aspirant. That's also on the Punch newspaper. You would also find here, Fubara dismisses impeachment rumor. Rivers elders caution federal government. NLC threatens fresh protest against power tariff hike. All of those are headlines from the Punch newspaper. Now, quickly, let's go to the phone lines 0817-923-0007. You can join the conversation on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Let me take that again, at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the Facebook handle. So you can join live on Facebook. Don't forget to click on the share button. Apologies, my voice sounds a bit husky, so you'd have to bear with me. Okay, so yeah, that's the handle on Facebook. You can watch and listen to us live from wherever you are in the world. You can also download the Nigeria Info FM app. All right, download the Nigeria Info FM app on a Play Store if you're using an Android phone, on the iOS Store if you're using an iPhone. Just download the app, and on the app, search for Nigeria Info PH, and you would get access to all of our contents. Okay, now on Facebook, this one says, good morning. Governor Fubara directs outgoing chairman to hand over to heads of local government. They've done well. The broadcast made by the governor shows leniency and maturity as we await another election. Stephen Igbiki says, good morning, Governor. Okay, we already got that one. Jeff Atibekwe, entire state can now suffer because of selfish interests of desperate power mongers in the state. The interests of the people must be considered first. Good morning. The judiciary has put Rivers State on the reverse mode. Well, it is what it is. Clever Sonny says, foolishness is when your mother or your father is a civil servant in Rivers State and you are celebrating that the governor will stop receiving allocation. God's time Elemoa says, Governor Sim accepted to implement Supreme Court judgment. That is a good one. He has no choice but to accept it. King Boy Anna Ogu says, Governor Fubara ordered outgoing chairman to hand over to head of local governments. We know those who don't want the state to move forward. Beckham Edigbo says local government autonomy will never see the light of day so far as governors are not ready to forgo local government area allocations. It's not about governors. Governors did not go to ask for it now. The federal government that pays it, where does it pay it to? That's the question you should ask. Where does the federal government pay it to? We say forgo and still they hold it. The federal government pays and then they still have jack. Don't they still have jack? They still do. So if there's that, it still happened. If that still happens, then I think I already tried to explain the implications and how this thing it could work. Anybody will take advantage of that loophole. It is what it is, especially when you have Nigerian politicians in the mix, you know. Nigerian politicians are not after doing what is right. They are about doing what is, if they can prove it with the constitution and it favors them, whether it's right or not is not anybody's business. That's the politics of this country. That's how it works. NLC threatens protest over fresh electricity hike. I don't believe NLC. Raymond Ezaliko says Governor Sim indeed came to wipe the tears of poor masses. I don't know why people can't differentiate between light and darkness. And Anobe Kachikesi says cancellation of the local government election. Can those celebrating win the next election? That's the simple question. Okudili Wogu says Fulbara orders local government bosses to hand over. It's a welcome one. Well, this person is watching from Alu. Blessed Ola, outgoing chairman to hand over to local government of administration. That's good. Corruption in Supreme Court very high. Supreme Court had given their judgment over River State crisis, but the judgment of God is the final one. Thank God Ability sent that one in. Lorenzo Delight says Governor Fulbara saying he disagrees with Supreme Court ruling but will obey the outcome is the only options for him to avoid another mistake. Justice Ori says, I know he will act accordingly for the best interest of our state, which is very important. So send the messages, keep them coming in on Facebook. We'll take as much as we can. Just ensure that the messages are short. For those who do not know the handle, it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook. Just go there, like the page. Don't forget to click on the share button. Wolero Achinike says, why not you wait to see this certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgment before you take any steps ahead to direct local government to hand over the councils, if actually you want the state to move forward? Well, it does. I think the certified true copy is to really look at other details. But one thing was clear. The Supreme Court stated that election was clearly stated. Sunday as well says Supreme Court should bastardize the nation more with more and more irregularities. This person is watching from Ecom. Let me see this one. Okay, Ori says the governor is law abiding and I know he will act accordingly. Chika Steven says governor seemed to adhere to Supreme Court judgment is but too late. However, peace must reign in River State. Chika. Patrick Amadi says the long-awaited Supreme Court order has passed and nothing anybody can do about it. Let us unite. Let us unite. Patrick Amadi from Afara Chase sent in that one. Are there still any more judgments in cases in court? I think there's still more in court. So Justice Amadi, there's still more. I don't think this one is just one. Oh. There are still others in court that might get to the Supreme Court as well. Skillful Piro says Governor Sim orders former council chairman to hand over. That means he will not represent the 2024 budget to Martin Amewule-led assembly. Skillful Piro sent in that one. Let's go take some calls now quickly. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0002. I'll take that again. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0007. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and please straight to the point. Let's endeavor to be civil, direct to the point, and keep it very short. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Welcome.
Yes, our governor.
Your name, please.
Governor. My name is J.A.J. calling you from Romigbo.
All right.
Director Council Chairman to hand over to HLGA pending elections. 21 elections are conducted. That's just the way to go. Because we hear some people saying they still remain chairman of their local government. You did 9 months as caretaker, came in as local government chairman for 6 years. You want to run another? I don't get it at all. So by the time you're leaving, it will now be 10 years as local government chairman. Andrew, can you beat that? So I think what the governor has said is the way to go so that there can be some tranquility at the end of the day. So I expect everybody to adhere to this so that we can move forward. But the Supreme Court reason for giving that judgment was that the electoral body was still registering voters. I don't get that area clearly. because RISEC is not responsible for registration of voters. And other local government, other states have also conducted local government using the same register we use. But I'm not here to question the Supreme Court, but I think people who are legal luminaries should look into that area.
All right, JJ.
Commencing commission of project, I think that's the way to go. While they are just doing their own thing, we are doing to make Rivers happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think it's okay to question the Supreme Court. Anybody can. We're all Nigerians, we're in here. So if they've given their judgment, yes, it's okay if you want to question it and you are trying to look at it and ask questions and things you don't understand and why, which is very valid. And you've asked one valid one. So I don't think there's anything wrong with questioning the Supreme Court. Meanwhile, the number still is 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0007. You can also call 0817-923-0002. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning to you.
My name is Taib Agostawa. Andrew.
Go on.
Yes. Andrew, the governor directing the head of local governments to take over council. I thought by now the governor would have realized that there was a new electoral local government law that was passed in Rivers State. If he's accepting the Supreme Court judgment, that means he's accepting Martin Samuel to be the Speaker of the Republic House of Assembly. And if he's doing that, he should know that there was a law passed in Rivers State by the Assembly that there shall not be any head of local government council to take over council, that it must be elected local government chairman. And if by any means the local government could not be heard, that tenure will be extended by 6 months. That is the law as of today. The governor cannot decide what to do and what not to do. The law, the Constitution gives power to the Assembly to make laws for the local government council. Andrew, it is time that our governor will realize that he must obey the law. He was voted to obey the law. He should not pretend as if he's obeying a part of the judgment and not obeying the other. The governor has no power to choose who becomes the head of the council or not. It is the law. And the law says that it is an elected chairman. And if there is no election conducted within that period, that their tenure will be extended by 6 months.
All right.
The laws are in Rivers State.
All right. Thank you.